Floodlights go on. Out they go, and it is a good start from McCloy, as you wondered, and it's also a good start from the car in the second row of Cameron Elder. He was quick away in the first race too. So Wright has again dropped back at least a couple of positions. It's going to be McCloy and Elder leading into the first corner. Taverner in car 22 was beside Philip Wright as they headed through Redgate for the first time. 1 or 2 going a bit wide on the exit of Redgate and towards Hollywood. It is Wright that is there in third, I think,
and
at the moment.
Taverner's fourth, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right up to third, up to second.
Yeah, back through on the inside of Cameron Elder there in number 7. That was down at the old hairpin. So just got Chris McCloy to try and pick off here. We'll see if he can do that before too much longer. Jeff Connor's made up a position. He's up into 5th. So he's got ahead of Trevor Gregory in the number 44 Honda with its new engine for this weekend.
Did Elder respond, I think? I wonder if he did. On the exit of the old hairpin, I think they might have been back where they were on the exit. Ivor Mayers, I see go through there. Coleraine in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, let's have a look. No, it was right there in second, wasn't it? In the 63 car, and very close to the
yeah, he's got back there. It's Elder in the black and red, isn't it? Third, yeah. Whoa, so close through there.
Yeah. Bit of rubbing almost in the Clios between number 4 and number 177, which was Matthew Mandapira, for Steve Harrison, of course. End of the first lap, and it was Wright actually by 1/10 of a second that was ahead over the line, so he'd made that work on the exit of the chicane. So number 63 Philip Wright leads at the end of lap 1 then from 37. Chris McCloy in second. Cameron Elder, number 7, is in third position, and Tate Taverner 22 4th. There we are, there's confirmation of that. It is Philip Wright ahead, and Jeff Connor makes a move there on Tate Taverner down there at the old hairpin, so he's gone through into 4th position. Yeah, he is through into 4th, and that is Wright's old car, that Clio, the white and blue car. So Phil was chuffed to see it out there, and alongside him on the front row of the grid for the earlier race. There's Cameron Elder, who made a pretty good start but has dropped back down to 3rd position now. He'll be in the sights of Jeff Connor now, the Burbage driver.
So here's the top 6 then, coming down onto the chicane for the second time. Right, a decent lead over McCloy, but behind him it's all very busy. There's Langton in the number 60 Yoo-Hoo Honda, passing Martin Ward. Tate Taverner hasn't been completely shaken off by Jeff Connor. Quite fancies getting that place back for the right fastest lap, 1:19.19.
Yeah, that's right. And in the earlier race he did a 1:19.50.
Yeah, so it's, as the temperature has moved away, I think the ambient temperature has dropped. The car's working a bit better.
That's right. Still outside Alistair Camp's lap record though from last May, 1:18.76. Alistair Camp off racing in another championship these days for Honda Civics. So the cars go through. There's Paul Jarvis in his number 58 Citroen Saxo, one of the Class B runners, Class B championship leader indeed. But he's only 3rd in that class at the moment. It's being led again by Luke Sedgwickowski, but David Knight in his Honda Civic is 2nd in Class B for the moment. Then Jarvis, then Jared Coulson and Matthew Mandapira. In Class C, it's David Drinkwater, of course, that leads that by fairly comfortable margin from Ivor Mayers, who's 2nd in Class C at the moment. And this is the Integra Type R of Ben Morton that's getting past Paul Jarvis. That's a Class A car, so it doesn't affect his position on points within Class B. So Luke Sedgwickowski and David Knight go through shot there.
1.53 the advantage for Philip Wright now as the rest of the field streams through. There's Ivor Mayers in the Taylor Yates handbags BMW. Did all those races at Brands Hatch recently, then went home, returned from Northern Ireland to race at Thruxton the following weekend in a Porsche 924.
Busy man, loves his racing.
Long-time Formula Ford man, he was classic Formula Ford champion in Scotland several years running.
Yep. And he still usually makes the pilgrimage to the Formula Ford Festival as well, so we'll see if he's there for that this year. That's Jared Coulson. Now that car was smoking the first race as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is a little more serious.
It does. It's still going to reasonable lick though. He is in 16th overall. He's got Stephen Harrison, number 4, behind him.
You can virtually smell the oil, can't you, in Harrison's cockpit from the car in front of him.
Harrison from Southern Warwickshire, a projects manager in the food manufacturing sector. First full season of club racing, did some hot hatch and road sports races last year. There's David Drinkwater, our Class C champion, who's doing battle with the number 93 car. That's Charlie Hayes. They're both BMW compacts, but Charlie's is a little more powerful.
We've lost the Honda Integra, unfortunately, Ben Morton. That's pulled off outside our window.
The other car we just saw going through his shot there was Sean Green, number 33, up from the back of the grid, having been involved in that red flag incident in the earlier race. I don't think the other two drivers involved made it out there.
His car was sort of peripherally involved in the incident.
Yeah.
It wasn't just kind of collected at the end. I'm sure it was taking a lot of effort to get it back race-worthy condition, but the other two were well bent, sadly.
There were indeed. 8.5 minutes left to go. So that's the mayor's car that we can see, and he is just ahead of Paul Warren. So this is for class position, second within Class C. So it's BMW's first, second and third within Class C at the moment. They're all compacts, but it's a 325 Ti of Mare, so different shape. Wright's now done a 1:18.97 in the lead of the race, so he's now within just over 2/10 of Alistair Camp's lap record. Yep. Oh, and Stephen Harrison's just spun. I wonder if that was on something that was coming out of the back of Jared Coulson's car that he was behind.
I wonder. The side of that car is pretty savage, doesn't it? The Ivan Mayor's car is a compact, but it's got a, as it should be with the handbag sponsor, has a compact in it, but it has a 325 engine in it.
Yeah. So there they go, over the line. Mayers and Warren, 22nd and 23rd overall, second and third. Oh, actually, they're 21st and 22nd now because of Morton's retirement, but still second and third within Class C. So Harrison's back on circuit now. He was 20th over the line after that spin in his GMP run car. Oh, and that's a Civic that's pulling off into retirement.
That's on the exit. It's to climb up towards Schwantz Curve, isn't it, on the outside?
Is that Martin Ward, possibly?
Yes, I think it could well be the red car, yeah.
Yeah, he was in 10th position. So that'd be a great shame if Martin Ward, the man from Norwich, was out of this hot hatch race. It's just under 7 minutes left to go. There's our race leader, Philip Wright, going through in the lead. Number 63 from number 37, Chris McCloy in second. Jeff Connor there is now up to third place in number 21.
Fastest lap's been changed again, hasn't it? It's a very good lap there. That's broken into the 18s, 1:18.97 to our race leader.
Watching Jeff Connor in third place now in the Clio, just ahead of Cameron Elder in the Civic. And then a couple of seconds behind these, it's going to be Tate Taverner and Trevor Gregory, another pair of cars. Just see them in the back of shot there. But Class A cars filling the first 9 places at the moment. First Class B car is Luke Sejikowski in 10th. Paul Jarvis still only third in Class B. Of course, in the first race he was also third in the class behind Sejikowski and Mantipera. So not been the strongest of weekends for Paul Jarvis. It sort of sets him back in his championship hopes. Cameron Elder just pulling out of the slipstream of number 21, Jeff Connor there. In the Wright Automotive car. Elder. Chink round the back marker there, chasing after Chris McCloy. Well, Elder's there flashing his lights at Jeff Connor. I'm not sure what he's seeking to achieve with that.
I suspect Jeff Connor knows he's there. I mean, they've been locked in combat for enough laps. A little puff of smoke off, belch of flame from Cameron Elder's Honda as it chases the Renault down the plunge through the craters. Oh
Ooh,
dear.
this is a mess, and that's Paul Jarvis. And there's a
That's on fire,
fire
there's a-
underneath the
there's
car. He's made contact with 525 David Knight, who was second on the road. Oh, and Jeff Connor's off the road now. That's on the exit of the old hairpin. All of a sudden, madness has descended on Donington Park. So he's going to lose out, I think, to Camera Elder there. Yes, he has done. So Elder has gone through in the number 7 car. Paul Jarvis is pulling off onto the grass. Hopefully those flames have extinguished themselves. Red flag now flying, probably as a result of those cars, more to the point, the gravel that's liberally sprinkled across the track. Big dent in the door of David Knight's car as well. He was second in Class B, but has been involved in that incident that's brought about the red flag there. So the race being stopped, and I suspect with only 5 minutes to go, it's not going to be restarted. So we'll see if we do get the checkered flag shown on that as well. Possibly our camera that's directed in that direction can see if we can get the checkered flag as well as a red flag shown here. If that's the case, then it will be Philip Wright, obviously, to take the win. Well, they are stopping them for the moment on the grid, but I somehow doubt that we're going to get a restart here, Marcus. Because it would only be for over about 2 laps, or something like that if there was one.
I think they're just concerned just about the car up there, where it's positioned, and
Yes.
That's driver out, isn't it, in the background?
Yes, looks like that's good news. Yes, not able to get out of the driver's door.
Taking a big whack in the driver's door, and we didn't see what precipitated that.
Yes, I mean, obviously Paul Jarvis was always involved as well, but that's not to say that it was necessarily Jarvis's car that made contact with the side of Knight's. It could have been some of the circuit furniture that caused the large dent. So, I mean, that's a huge amount of gravel that's come across the circuit as well. No doubt both of the cars must have presumably gone through the gravel to spread it out all the way across the circuit like that. If nothing else, there's a lot of broom work to be done by the marshals before we get any more track action. We think that possibly the tyre barrier that you can see behind David Knight's car was what has been collected by David Knight. That's now going to be moved by the driver of the snatch vehicle and put back into its position. So I did wonder if that was the case, that somehow David Knight's managed to get into that, and that is what has caused the damage. If that's a stack of presumably tyres that are bundled together, but yeah, that's not its original position. It's going to be lifted, I think, by the snatch vehicle and taken back to its correct location, which is all the way over here on the other side of the circuit. So it's moved it quite a long way. There's quite a lot of force involved in doing that. So the marshal there just holding on to guide it into position. Actually, is it even the barriers, the tyre bundle, not from this side of the circuit, but the other? Ah, there's Sean Green's car. That's off the road as well. Didn't see that one off before. That's sort of hiding behind the barriers in any case. Yeah, it is the tyre stack though from this position. So we've got drivers stopped on the circuit, just short of the grid and just short of the pit lane. Still the red flag flying. We've not seen a checkered flag though to indicate that's the end of the race. I'm sure the officials will be keeping an eye on the clock because we've got one more qualifying session to go before the curfew this evening here at Donington Park for the BMW Car Club Racing Championship, and they'll be keen to get that in as scheduled. I'm not bringing that to you on the live stream, but for those of you here at the circuit, you'll be able to watch that qualifying session, assuming the circuit is ready for that. So we just await information about what's going to go on here. It looks like those cars are being directed to the pit lane. Yes, they are. So I think we can assume, therefore, that is that for today's racing here at Donington Park. So that hot hatch race coming to an end. So whether or not we'll get to see a result of that on screen or not remains to be seen, because it would need to go back a lap to determine the result. I don't think it will affect the overall top 3 or the class winners, obviously, because the 2 Class B drivers involved in that, who are 2nd and 3rd within Class B, they won't be classified in the results because they were part of the incident that caused the red flag. So that will mean that Class B will be Sedziakowski, Mandipira and Coulson, I think, probably in that order. Class C will be David Drinkwater, Ivor Mayers and Paul Warren in that order. And Class A and overall will be Philip Wright, Chris McCloy and Jeff Connor in that order. So I don't know whether we're going to get drivers stopped in the pit lane for Josh Barrett to talk to either for this one. So we do have people to talk to in a moment or two, I understand, so we'll bring you some interviews just as soon as we can. So we had 2 shortened hot hatch races today, a red flag in the first race caused by a start line incident and a red flag bringing a premature end to this one. A quick reminder, tomorrow it's the BMW Car Club Summerfest here at Donington Park, with more racing from the 750 Motor Club with a BMW theme. So 2 races tomorrow for the BMW Car Club Racing Championship, the 90-minute race for the Gaz Shocks 116 Trophy, and the ultimate BMW race to round off the day, followed by a parade of various different BMWs, road-going BMWs, to round out the day. But also the 2nd and 3rd races for the RLM Racing Sports 1000s, the 5 Club Racing MX5 Cup and the Swallow Hill Homes F1000 Championship. That's all from Marcus and I in the commentary box for today. Good night from us, and we'll head down to Josh Barrett in the pit lane for the final time today.
Yeah, thanks Ian. We're down here then for the final time. The PBS Brakes hot hatch drivers, and it was Phil Wright to winner again. Well done, Phil, giving you a winner's garland. And again, the start wasn't quite to plan, but you got back through.
Oh, yeah. Better than the last one, but yeah, we've got to do something different. I can't keep going backwards at starts.
But we got through pretty quickly this time into the lead.
Yeah, gaps seem to open and seem to just pick it nicely.
Yeah, you got into the 19s this time, so going quickly.
Oh, happy days then.
And all good now for the rest of the season, I guess.
Well, it's just started misfiring as we were sat there, so I don't know if she's got hot or what, but yeah, fingers crossed everything's all right, and yeah, bring on Anglesey.
Well, good luck. Is that a good track for you, do you think?
Yeah, I've always gone well at Anglesey, so yeah, fingers crossed.
I'll see you there. Let's have a word with Chris McCloy. I thought have a chat with Chris for a change. You've had a good season, Chris, but Phil's always seems to just beat you at the end.
Yeah. It's race pace, isn't it? I've had 2 pole positions this year, but I'm just 0.3 seconds off race pace. I just can't keep up with it. But I'm happy with a little car, built it myself. It's got a Honda MPV engine in it, just left how it is. So yeah, it's been reliable. It's been good. It's been having a real good season with the guys. Yeah,
it's nice to have a retro car, one of the older cars on the grid, and being right at the front.
Yeah. Well, it's I'm only 3 years older than it. 1994 it is. But no, it's real good fun. I'm looking forward to Anglesey.
Yeah.
Never been, but nice 2-day event, isn't it? Make a little holiday on it during my birthday.
Yeah, that's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah. So good fun.
Best of luck at Anglesey. Hope it goes well. And let's have a word with our class winners now. Luke won Class B again. Looked like it was a busy start to the race, Luke.
Oh yeah, it was chaos again, but yeah, really enjoyed it. Just got to get stuck in, haven't you? And it's good that there's a mix of A-class cars and B-class cars all together, actually, because there's such a difference in how they perform, and an A-class drags you down the straight, but then you're back on him on the brakes. And so yeah, it was a really good fun race.
Do you think you'll be doing some more racing with this car now?
Yeah, potentially. I'm not sure what to do really.
Yeah. I know last year you were telling me this car sort of being developed for the future, maybe.
Yeah, for one make championships really, because obviously we've got Tegra run Type R Trophy, which is all EP3s, which is the shape before this one, and no one's really racing FN2, so yeah, potentially there's a future in one make racing in the FN2 Civic.
And the top format of Type R Trophy, that's come on really well with the backing from Tegra.
Oh yeah, it's been incredible. we obviously did the foundation package a few years ago, which filled the grid up, and now the grid's always around 30, which is brilliant to see, and everyone really enjoys it.
And how are things going with the business at the moment?
Yeah, Tega was good. Obviously, COVID was really good for all e-commerce, so COVID was a good year, and then still now a case of trying to get stock from people.
Yeah.
That's the biggest battle, is people want to buy the stuff, but we can't get hold of it.
The business is obviously supporting 750 Motor Club already a lot, so that's a big thanks to you.
Yeah, well, obviously we sponsor Club Enduro and Road Sports as well, which I love those championships and hope to be back there maybe next year.
Anything you can tell us about that, or is it all in the works?
Well, we might be building another NSX.
Yeah, well, we'd love to see that. Thanks, Luke. Let's have a longer chat this time with David. Well done, David. Looked like the start Paul got ahead of you for a moment, did he?
Yeah, he was alongside, and I think up the inside, and it was good. It was a good start. It was clean for me. Keep your position and run round. So yeah, I think it was a good race after that. So just steady. I was having a good race with the other red compact. So that was pretty cool.
How did it compare the other compact that was in Class B you were racing against?
Yeah, it's quick in a straight line, isn't it? Much faster than the 3 litre. I think a relatively new driver, so a bit more to catch up through the corners and stuff. But what I did want to say is just want to say hello to my nephew Isaac, who's watching. He'll be sat at home watching, and all my family are watching as well. So. Love that they're doing that at home.
Enjoyable weekend here at Donington.
Yeah, it's been maximum points. I think fastest lap. I think I just got told. So hopefully maximum points and good for the championship going to Anglesey.
Obviously, Phil now is winning races and doing fastest laps, so you know that you've got to continue with this form all the way through.
Yeah, he needs a bit of competition more, doesn't he? Where's Ryan? Ryan needs to get the car back out. So. If I keep going the way I am, then should be okay. But there's still 5 rounds to go, so you never know.
You enjoyed sharing this car with some of the family members this year as well?
Yeah, I've been running it with Colin, my sister's other half. So it's first year in racing, so we've been doing some road sports, the 45-minute race. So he's getting used to that. He's on his 4th race now, and he's getting the hang of it. His times are good, and he's progressing well.
And lots of racing for you as always this year?
Yeah, got a few more to go, some C1 stuff to go, some Super Sport, Racing Remembrance, some KAs, more of this. So yeah, quite a few.
And you don't want to stop anytime soon?
No, why would you do that? It's more fun, isn't it? It's a weekend away. Enjoy your time and do a bit of racing.
Great stuff, David. Well done. So that concludes all the racing today at Donington Park. There is more qualifying if you're here at the circuit, but tomorrow we'll be back on Alpha Live with the BMW Summerfest, so we concentrate on BMW racing tomorrow. If you're here at the circuit, there's other types of racing to enjoy as well. So we'll see you back here tomorrow at Donington Park.